Hey guys, and welcome to Sounds Like NYC, episode 68. Our next guest is a Brooklyn-based photographer and filmmaker. Along with portraits, he's also directed music videos for a couple of independent artists and shot a couple cool events throughout his career. You can find him on Instagram at Stefan Bunbury. That's Stefan Bunbury. Please welcome Stefan.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing fine.
Yeah, pretty good. Took a nap right before you came in. So trying to get my energy
like
back.
a baby.
Yeah.
I know it's always good.
No, it's always good.
Yeah, man. But how you been?
I've been good.
How's this whole Corona shit for you?
This whole
It just feels like an icebreaker now. I hate asking that question,
I feel like
but
Corona was sort of, I don't know, it has its perks, it has its pros and cons. I think it's what you make of it. Some people got defeated because of Corona, but I think Corona definitely made me think differently in terms of just like promoting my business in general to
yeah,
people.
for sure.
Yeah.
Could you get closer to the mic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
There you go,
Yeah.
yeah. But so like what perks, like, so what have some of the perks been for you? Because that's the first time I've heard Corona really having perks besides like the
Unemployment.
like the checks,
Unemployment? I think like being in New York, everything is like so fast. So sometimes I don't know, you can get lost in the sauce sometimes. When you're there, you guys know you're from New York, so
Yeah.
everything goes like fast. So I think everything like slowing down made me like think of new ways in order to, you know what I'm saying, put my business out there. A lot of people like have hair brands, have a whole bunch of different brands, and they just sort of just fall back. Okay, we're gonna wait till Corona's done, and then we're gonna come back. But we don't know. This could be going on for 5 years from now. So we have to think of different ways. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, to just reach out to different people, see if they need your services, and just, you know what I'm saying, just keep reaching out to people.
How's business been going for you?
Business has been going good. I had 4 shoots yesterday.
No way.
Yeah, I
That's
had 4
fucking
shoots
cool.
yesterday. I had 2 today.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been going good. There's days when it's slow. There's days when it's fast, but that's entrepreneurship. So if you're doing that,
Yeah,
if you
man.
guys are watching, you guys trying to do that, there's going to be days where it's slow. And then there's going to be days when you're like, damn, I have 10 shoots today. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like for those who are just starting out, like how do you think you've been able to book gigs as a photographer and like a filmmaker?
I think just consistently, I consistently post. I'm consistently on social media. I used to not really use social media a lot until my friend was like, dude, everyone's using social media, whether you're 30, 40, 80, everyone's on social media. So I think just consistently posting, people see quality. And then eventually, I still hit up people sometimes to shoot. If I feel like, okay, this person has this brand, if I shoot for them, this or collab with them, this could benefit in some way. But if you keep posting quality on Instagram, people notice. Even if you post once a week and then that picture or that video is like fire, they're gonna be like, yo, this joint is fire.
Yeah.
This, how much do you charge for videos?
Yeah. So like, are you like a full-time, like a freelancer now? Like,
Well, I'm a freelancer. Yeah, I still go to school.
okay.
Yeah, I go to Pratt. Yeah, so I finished my certificate.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I finished my certificate. I'm still going for my like bachelor's in fine art.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to balance.
Yeah.
It's a lot to balance. I mean, you make it work. This is what I want to do, like after I finish school anyway. So I didn't want to just like wait. I know a lot of my friends are also photographers and stuff. They just mostly just like wait until after, you know what I'm saying, they graduate in order to start their own business.
Right.
I'm like, this is the time to start it now, even if it's going to be difficult while you're doing schoolwork and stuff.
You got more time right now than you would if you had a real job later on.
Exactly. So I'm like, if you start now versus when you graduate, you have a whole bunch of time. You already have the foundation laid. So by the time you graduate, your name's already out there. You're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys starting when they're 30, 40, and we're starting when you got to start when you're young.
Yeah.
Speaking of like studying fine art, how do you feel kind of like your studies, so like how do you feel your studies affect kind of like your photography?
I wouldn't say it really affects my photography. I think my photography, I just stick to my own. I try to keep it like separate. I like kind of stick to my own style. I'm still trying to find my style. So every day when you're posting or I'm trying to make content, I think my style, I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah.
And then you sort of like realize what you like and then what you don't like. Sort of like you see probably someone post images or something online and then you can automatically tell like, okay, this is Paul's photos. So like something like that. I think I'm
Okay.
just trying to stick to my own style, to be honest.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
So what do you think like makes photography and film like different from like other art forms? Like is it easier for you do you think it's easier to express yourself like artistically through those mediums, or you just pick something that's way too hard and you wish you could have changed it?
I think photography and video, it's difficult. It's difficult. A lot of people think it's just you pick up the camera, take the picture. I've had times when I'm shooting, people was like, "Hey, all you do is click the button." I'm like,
No way.
"Trust
no,
me, this is
no.
not just
Like,
clicking
I
the button."
wish.
Yeah,
I
I wish. But then you gotta go home and you gotta edit. You
Edit,
gotta
yeah.
zoom in that Photoshop. You know what I'm saying, and see all the details. So I think it's difficult, but I think it's I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult in some circumstances, but I just like it. I think it's through photo and video you can tell a dope story if you know what you're doing. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, speaking of which, like, do you have kind of like a passion project, or like kind of like a dream goal in terms of like a story that you want to tell through like photos and video?
Or an artist you want to work with?
Artist I want to work with. Let me see. Artist I want to work with. Probably New York based. I'm gonna keep it to New York. I listen to like a lot of rap, so I like Chef G. Like those guys, Chef G, J.I. is cool. Fabio Foreign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely for New York, I think those guys I would want to work with in New York, just because if you work with these artists from New York that are already popping,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna go like crazy. So I know if you're good at videos or you're good at photos and you work with these guys, people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like more fulfilled working with other artists and their visions, or like do you like working on your own projects more? Like what do you like more?
I like both, but I try to, even if I'm working with somebody else, I try to like maybe, hey, this might work.
You're like guiding them
You
to
try to
like,
guide them, might throw in a little bit of my thing there. I'd be like, hey, this might work. Hey, let's just shoot it this way and then see how you like it. And then usually they like it because, you know what I'm saying, I'm used to, I know what I'm shooting. And sometimes they don't like it. So I think it's a mix. Sometimes I do like shooting my own like projects so that I'm able to have like full control.
right.
I can choose, okay, I want this to be wide angle or fisheye. I want this to be this. But some of the artists just don't really care that it's like, listen, man, as long as you shoot the video and you throw in like some crazy transitions and I look cool and I'm on a green screen and it's lit. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the easiest clients.
Yeah, like, that's easy. I'm like, hey, yeah, you just want to shoot, that's it? Transition stuff? That's fine. I'll just shoot it real quick and then we're done. Yeah.
Easy, bro.
Easy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Easy bag right there. Easy bag.
Look, well, no,
You wanna go? Oh no, I was just gonna ask, like, what are some of kind of like the how do I say, some of the things that you have to overcome, job wise, when it comes to like being a freelancer, like in like New York City?
I think something I have to overcome is definitely like age. I think being like really young still, people, you know what I'm saying, don't take you serious sometimes. So when I'm working with like regular people on the street, sometimes if we're shooting videos, that's fine. But if I'm trying to shoot for something that's bigger, definitely once they like hear my age, they're like, "Oh, you're that young? Like, can you really shoot?" So definitely, I think it's the age thing, but me personally, I don't think age has anything to do with anything.
Experience.
It's experience. At the end of the day, I've seen people that's been taking pictures 50 years, and their photos are okay, right? Or the videos okay, and then I know people that's like 16 that shoot only film, and their photos is like different. And I told him all the time, like, dude, photos crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely age.
Yeah.
You have to overcome. Yeah.
How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind?
I'm 21.
Oh, you're 21? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
21.
cool,
So
cool.
people still, you'd be surprised. I'd be
Yeah.
at 21, I'd be like, oh, listen, I could handle this project. I know I can shoot this. You know what I'm saying? I know I could shoot this commercial for you guys' business. They'd be like, look at me because you're 21. But a lot of the guys that's doing what I'm doing is like 30, 40, and they've been shooting for a while. So even if they're not as talented as you are, they'll trust them more just because they're older.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to have like a demo reel.
Yeah, you gotta have a demo reel, show them your work. I think after I show them my work, then it's usually, we'll be talking, they'd be like, but then once you show them your work, then they're like, okay, we see your work now, and they're able to just go solely based off of work and not just like how old you are. 'Cause that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, tell me a little about the model mixer you did recently. How did that come about?
That went good. Shout out Raquel. Shout out to Steve. Those are also two Brooklyn-based photographers. So Raquel came up with the idea. We always
walk us through what it is.
Oh yeah, what it is? Okay, so basically just models. We just invited a whole bunch of models. So we set up cool different sections. We had a newspaper section. We have a whole bunch of newspaper on the wall. We had like regular backdrops. We did like some pointing at the skyline. So we invite a whole bunch of models. They pay. They can have like a 20-minute session or an hour session. And we just have a whole bunch of cool backdrops. We had drinks there, snacks. So it's supposed to just be good vibes. I think everybody's been inside because of COVID. Sure. So we invited people. Once we said it's a get-together, people's going to come outside because nobody's really doing anything right now. Yeah, so it was calm vibes with those two.
And it was just mainly done just to help models build their portfolios.
Yeah, as models build their portfolios, model networking. Even after we finished shooting, like me, Raquel, and my other friend Steve, we were just chilling back, and then all the models were just talking to each other, networking. I think networking in this whole business is definitely important. You don't know who you're sitting next to or who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, let me know if any of those models want to come on our other podcast. It looks like NYC. It's mainly just like based on fashion and beauty stuff, but be cool to have them on that one too.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you want to kind of like take a break now and we could like look at your demo reel?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
I set my timer, tell these goofy niggas that they time's up. Tell the stadiums to turn the lights up and to turn my mic up. Check 1, check 2 in the building, and we stacking plenty ones up to.
Keep it cool, I'm like any other guy. Love the piece of cake, but rather had a motherfucking pie. And I want to be more than friends.
Smell like Tresemme and Shea Butter, she bad. Nigga, I can stay away from her. If she try to block me, get a new phone or change. No, ain't no pussy in the pen.
They sinning in the back of churches. Can't trust nobody nowadays, even the pastor lurking. Don't get me wrong, I believe in kingdoms, and kingdoms is coming. I looked up at God right above me.
Killers with me and they watching. Killers with me and they watching. Gun them down, run them down. Demon know when we touch down. Demon know when we touch down.
Tryna make 100,000 right through the night. Tryna play with my heart, hope you do it right. Even though I do hate when you out of sight. Nigga play with us, we make a movie. I won't say much cause I know she won't.
So hey guys, welcome back to this episode of Sounds Like NYC. We just took a look at some of your latest film or videography, stuff, and tell us what's been the most favorite video or photo shoot that you've had so far.
I think my favorite photos that I've taken so far definitely gotta be, I think, Usher.
Yeah.
I think Usher just because I have a whole bunch of other celebrities, but I think Usher just because he's everyone knows Usher. I think his impact in terms of on the music industry and just in general is just amazing. Even when I was taking that photo, I took that photo and I didn't even realize he was behind me. So I turned around and there was nobody in the room and I was like, that's Usher. That's crazy. And then you just start taking pictures. It happens like that. In terms of videos, I think my brother's an artist. I shot a video for him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
so I think that video was one of my favorites just because I'm able to control the whole creative side of it because he's my brother. So so we're able to work together.
Yeah. Is your whole family kind of like creative, or is it just you and your brother?
No, it's me, my brother. I have two other siblings. So my my sister, she plays piano, and my brother is still really young. So I think
How old is
everybody
he?
Incubator of creativity.
Hey, listen, I'm getting old. Okay?
Dude, you're 21. I feel
old
and I'm 22.
I want to say 6 or 7. I want to say 6 or 7.
He's 6.
Yeah, I want to say 6 or 7.
Wait, so what kind of music does he do?
No, my sister.
Oh, your sister.
My sister. Yeah, he's still young, so we don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just dabbling. This stuff. Just dabbling different stuff. But definitely, my brother tries to put, his music onto them, and I try to, I have my cameras there.
Yeah.
Just let them, sometimes they just record themselves.
That's nice.
Do some little YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely,
Interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, on your website, I see that you have a couple things listed, videos, portraits, events, stuff like that. What do you wish you would get booked more of? What sort of part of that do you want to do more of?
I think definitely videos. Just because I think people in 2020 especially appreciate videos more, just because it has more. It looks like there's more work put into it. Photos is a lot of work too. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
But posting on Instagram wise, and just like people my age, if they see a fire photo and a fire video, they're gonna look at the fire video more. So definitely more videos with artists. Certain artists, I do definitely do less videos, just because like a lot of artists just don't have the budget for what they, you know what I'm saying, what they want. So I definitely do way more photo shoots, but I do a lot of videos. I try to work with different people, but yeah.
Ooh, then I might have a job for you. Let's talk after this.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go, bro. Networking.
Network. This is we're networking right here. That's it. For sure.
Awesome. Like, so you, how long have you been in Brooklyn for?
I've been in Brooklyn for maybe 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been mainly before that Long Island. Yes, I have like a lot of family over there in Long Island. Yeah.
Gotcha. So how do you feel like coming to Brooklyn? How do you feel like you've changed as a person?
I think I'm definitely networking more. Long Island, everybody's spread out. Everybody's in their house. You might have like one friend on the block. So I think Brooklyn definitely forced me to go outside and talk to people, even if I just be walking on the street and then someone says, be in the middle of a shoot and be like, hey, like you do photos, I'm trying to book you for a shoot, and you just talk like that.
That's great, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so that's cool. In Long Island, it's not gonna really happen because there's not really a lot of people outside. So I think it definitely forced me out of my comfort zone instead of just staying in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't mind, like, saying like, why did your family move from like Long Island over to like the city?
Okay, so first of all, they moved here because my high school originally
Which
you have
high
to be. I went to Talent Unlimited. Yeah, so that's like
no
so I play
way.
the cello. I play the cello. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, I play the
Damn,
cello,
I
yeah.
wanted to go there, but I didn't have any talent.
Yeah. I mean, do you still play the cello? Cause
Yeah,
I
still
might-
play all the time. My brother went to LaGuardia. Yeah, he went to
Jesus
LaGuardia, so
fucking
he's
Christ.
like sings. Yeah, so I play the cello. I still play the cello all the time. I have it in my room.
I'll
Just chilling
definitely
there.
we'll definitely be talking after this.
Yeah. So I have my cello. I play it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But we moved here because you have to be in the 5 boroughs to like you have to go to those schools.
Yeah.
And then in addition to that, everybody was just what I'm saying. Everybody was going like to Brooklyn every morning and stuff, and to Manhattan.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to come
Yeah,
over here
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of traveling like an
Yeah.
hour and a half every morning.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So like, are your like parents musicians as well? Cause that's like all their kids play music. Like,
No, they're actually not musicians. My dad's a nurse and my mom's a lawyer.
Wow.
They're not.
How do they feel about you guys being creatives?
They're perfectly fine with it. I think they're perfectly fine with it. Anytime I'm going out to shoot, my mom is like, "Hey, go do your thing. Go do your thing. If you're getting booked, go do your thing." I think
Bragging
it's
to
because
her
of,
friends.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Because I think a lot of people, like I'm looking at other people my age, even the 1920, like they haven't found what they wanted to do yet.
Right.
So I think me being like 21 and I'm very passionate about what I'm doing.
Right.
I go to bed at 4 a.m., wake up. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you're very passionate about what you're doing, and everybody will support you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about kind of, because it's very interesting seeing like how did you get involved, or like what was the spark for you in terms of like the cello and then obviously video stuff and like photo stuff. Like when did that like start for you?
Cello's the big one.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
sit down. It's like the bass is stand up and sit down.
Yeah, it's
cello.
gotta be hard to carry around, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying. It's not as bad as the bass because the bass is like,
Yeah.
but it's still a little tedious to carry around. But
Yeah.
in terms of cello, I just got into that. That was just like one of those random things. I was just like,
How old
hey,
were you?
This was like, 14 maybe.
Also pretty recent.
So I
I'm
was
like,
I was still pretty young. So I was young, got into it. It was just like it just happened in terms of the cello. In terms of like camera stuff, definitely me and my friend used to do YouTube together.
Ooh.
A while ago. So he was just like, he's like, let's do a YouTube, and I was like, okay.
Is that the dude who like you did videos like in Howard and then
Yeah.
Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
That's fucking
You saw
crazy.
that?
Yeah.
When did you see that?
I saw that recently, bro.
You're lying.
Wait. Is
Yeah.
the channel still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
still
find
up.
the video.
My friend still posted that. I don't really post to it anymore because I just like turned to a different way instead of like creative wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was me and my friend. We did that video.
I want to see that. Yeah.
I'll
we'll
show
see
you
it
later.
after.
Yeah, so we did like a whole. We used to do funny videos and like a whole bunch of random question stuff.
Yeah.
So we used to do that, and then eventually I was just like, "Yo, cameras are dope." I want to get into like photos and videos. You know, when you're starting off in terms of buying equipment, it's a little bit difficult.
Daunting, yeah.
To find to buy equipment. So I just like saved up every single thing, bought my first camera, and then after that, started doing photos, videos. People mess with the photos, videos. A lot of people just start booking you out of the dust, and it's just like, oh snap, okay, I can just buy more equipment now.
Nice,
And then people
yeah,
are buying you just
yeah.
upgrading the quality as people are booking you too. Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, what do you want to leave with?
I want to leave with, what do I want to leave with? Anybody that's watching, if you're creative, just keep going. There's going to be days when it's going to be slow. There's going to be days when it's going to be fast, but you just got to keep going, weather the storm, and just keep putting out dope content.
Awesome, yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on. And funny way how we got to coming in. Like, how did you reach out to us?
I reached out to you guys on Instagram. I saw a post I told you guys I'm very active on Instagram, so I saw the post that you guys had a few days ago, like, hey, reach out. And then I was like, hey, this is another opportunity. Let's get to it.
It works. I guess it works. I guess social media works.